December is always a banner month for greeting card sales, but when February rolls around, we actually owe the American public $12.
Holy cow, that's a fortune.
But don't worry, I have a plan. Ever heard of Valentine's Day? Nope. Valentine? Valentine. We can convince couples to give each other greeting cards every February the 14th.
Otherwise, they don't really love each other.
Brilliant!
We need to get the florists and the candy makers in on this.
Yes!
And everything should be heart-shaped.
Ew.
Why would you want anything to be heart-shaped?
Not a real heart, one of these butt hearts. We'll make hundreds!
But if it's just for couples, how will they play D&D?
I'm glad you asked.
What's D&D?
Hey there, adventurers. Welcome back to Short Rest Studios, where we believe that fun builds community. My name is Judd, and sometimes the community you need to build is between you and your significant other. So today I want to show you 3 great options for a one-on-one D&D night. There might be spoilers. I'm dropping affiliate links in the description so you can grab these for yourself and help out the channel. Stick around to the end too, because I'm going to follow that up with some tips for DMing a one-on-one session. One great option for a D&D couple adventure is Dragon of Icespire Peak. Why is this classic 5e adventure a great option? It's a solid scenario that's included in the D&D Essentials Kit, which you probably already own, but if you don't, it's still a great buy. It's pretty sandboxy, so you can take it in a lot of different directions. And that sandboxy nature also means you can take some liberties and even strip it down to a one-shot if that's what you're going for. In Dragon of Icespire Peak, a young white dragon has begun terrorizing the area around the frontier town of Phandalin in the Forgotten Realms, throwing the entire area into upheaval. There are threats from a roaming manticore, savage orcs, and my favorite, Gorthok the Thunderboar, just to name a few. The main reason this adventure makes the list is because it actually gives the DM an option for running the game just for one player. That option is to give them a sidekick. Not super exciting, but it does work. Icespire Peak is great for first-time players and DMs, so if one or both of you hasn't played before, it'll do a good job of helping you learn the rules as you play. Keep in mind though that running it with one player and a sidekick, especially if that player is new to the game, will probably mean a little extra work for you as the DM. You'll most likely need to help them run their sidekick at first. Now we'll get into adventures actually designed for a DM and one player with the D&D Duet adventures from Grove Guardian Press. One of their most popular scenarios is the Hardly Haunted Library. Shortly before its grand reopening, the Librarium of Linolin has apparently become haunted, with everything from ghosts to banshees terrorizing the library's patrons. All this trouble can be traced to a little-known trilogy of novels written by a disgraced local author. The creatures from their pages are literally coming out to play. And by play, I mean attack people. The PC has to discover the source of the trouble and find the books, or the library will have to be shut down for good. The Hardly Haunted Library is a short scenario intended to be played entirely in one session. It's a one-shot. It's got a librarian NPC, handouts, and a really nice hand-drawn map, treasure, and a storybook that gives you an opportunity for further adventures. You explore the haunted library, fight monsters, maybe see a ghost or two. The adventure is designed for levels 1 to 2, but it also includes some scaling suggestions for up to level 8. It's a fun little 2-person adventure, and I think it serves as a great way to introduce someone to the hobby. Don't forget, if you dig this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and check out the membership levels in the Adventurers Guild on Patreon. You can also check out my brand new adventure seed, Beneath the Black Spire, at the link in the description. If you want to get a bit more involved and maybe up the romance quotient, check out Urban Realms' Date Night Dungeon series. Specifically, Rescue of the Blackthorn clan. This one has 4 one-shot scenarios centered around the kidnapping of the heir to the Blackthorn fortune and a plot to kill the Thane. It soon becomes clear that things are much more sinister than you first thought. The plains of hell may actually break loose. Sounds like a romantic evening. The adventure is specifically designed for 2 players, and it's intended to work with standard 5e rules. It's also available for 3.5 and Pathfinder 1e. But there are a few things that definitely make it and the whole Date Night Dungeons series unique. First off, the players are encouraged to swap DM duties with each scenario, and the authors have helped you out by simplifying the DM's job a bit. But the thing that really makes it stand out is its focus on actually encouraging a little romance. Listen, I try to keep things family friendly on this channel, but if you play this one, things might get a little steamy. They suggest you choose a rating for the game at the beginning based on US movie ratings from G on up to NC-17. I really don't want to know about it. If you comment on this, please provide as little detail as possible. Date night dungeons have additional mechanics for turn-ons and pet peeves, first impressions, and attraction points to help, spice things up. But also you get to explore an old mill, Blackthorn Manor, and a Lovecraftian temple. You fight kidnappers, cultists, and skeletons, and perform a daring rescue. Rescue of the Blackthorn clan is a pretty varied 4 sessions of D&D, and it is definitely uniquely designed for the romantic couple. Adventurers, today I am wearing one of my favorite t-shirts from Into the AM. It fits perfectly. I love the design. It's incredibly comfortable, and the print didn't just start chipping away after a couple of washes. And Into the AM is more than graphic tees. They've got sweats, hoodies, flannels, basic tees, underwear, pretty much whatever you need, and the quality is outstanding. Right now, you can get up to 50% off in their anniversary sale. Plus, if you go to intotheam.com/shortreststudios, you get an additional 10% off your order. I promised you some tips for DMing a one-on-one session, so here they are. The first DM tip is one that's always important for DM to remember, but it's especially important in a one-on-one game, and even more so if the two of you are a couple. You're not playing in opposition. The DM and player are building a world and telling a story together. So let them know how important that is before the game starts. Maybe a short, almost impromptu session 0 is in order. Tell them you're committed to collaboration. And unless you're actively going to prevent character death, which I don't recommend because it is still a game and needs to be challenging and fun, make sure that you talk about what happens if their character does die. If the point is to build your relationship, not handling this part right can completely defeat the purpose. My second DM tip for a one-on-one game, make good use of sidekicks and NPCs. Icefire Peak specifically gives new DMs the sidekick option. If your significant other is new to D&D, you may find yourself taking on the role of their sidekick, but hopefully they'll quickly learn to be able to handle it themselves. But even with these other adventure options that are designed for a DM and single player, bringing in NPCs to help out is not a bad call. In the Hardly Haunted Library, for example, the librarian can easily be available anytime failure or death seems imminent. Tip number 3 is a little outside the box. This isn't something I'm normally a fan of, but consider running your own PC. A DM PC can be a great way for you to feel more like a collaborator with your player. Just be aware of 2 things. First, don't overshadow the player. Give their choices priority in driving the story forward. Second, this will create more work for you, and it's honestly why I wouldn't normally recommend it. But in this case, if you prepare well beforehand, running a DM PC can, I think, put you and your partner on a more equal footing when it comes to story collaboration. Check the description for a link to an article on the D&D Duet website that gives you some more tips to help you run a one-on-one game. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell, and join the Adventurers Guild on Patreon. Check out this video, and I'll see you next time on Short Rest Studios. Happy Valentine's Day.